So you can see here that we have the four basic operations with functions. Now what's going to happen is they're going to give us two functions. We just got to figure out if we got to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. They're going to tell us to in this format, okay? So, don't worry about this note here at the bottom, because this is just telling us please don't make denominator 0, because if you do, it can jack things up really, really bad. So don't. But we can add functions together if they're different. We can subtract them if they're different, multiply them if they're different, and we can also divide them if they're different. Since we did see that division stuff, I'm assuming we're going to see some domain kind of stuff, which sounds exciting. So you'll see here that we got f plus g of 4. What you can do is you can actually operate with the functions, which is what I'm going to do here first. So f of g, so you see I'm ignoring the 4, right? So what I would want to find is just f plus g. And we can see here that the f function is x squared minus 7x. And then we're going to add that. So that's the plus sign between the two functions. But then we see that g is x plus 5, right? So that's just x plus 5. Like I was saying, at least with addition and subtraction of these types of functions, all it becomes is combining like terms. That's it. If it's multiplication, usually it's some form of distribution. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to combine the two x terms. That's a 1x, by the way. So negative 7x's plus 1x's would be negative 6x's. And then I'm left with this. I'm going to say it's an expression, x squared minus 6x plus 5. This would be the function f plus g of x. But you'll notice down there at the bottom, or I guess to the left, it's f of g of 4. So from this new function that I found, which is f plus g, I just need to replace all the x's with 4s and then evaluate from there. So I'm going to take the x, both x's, and I'm going to replace them with the x value that they've given us, 4. Okay, so 16, that's negative 8 plus 5. I believe this is negative 3. So f plus g of 4 should be negative 3. Now, I purposely did the long way just because it makes the second way seem a lot easier. But if I show you the second way, which is the easier way, you usually hate it. And then if I show you a more difficult way, you just hate both of them. So there is some mental manipulation here. I apologize for doing that because it's, in my opinion, it's just propaganda. But here we go. Here's another way to do this. See how it's f? It's f with some kind of operation with g of 4. We can actually just find f of 4 and then g of 4 and then operate with these two, okay? Because if it says to subtract them, we could subtract those. If we wanted to multiply them, we could. If we wanted to divide them, we could. So I'm just going to find f of 4 first. So that'd be x squared minus 7. But of course, it's telling us the x value is 4. So I'm going to say we got a 4. 4 squared, 16, minus 7, 9, boom. So f of 4 equals the 9. Now g of x, which is, well, I say simply, but perhaps that's overemphasized there. But yeah, they're telling us that the x value is 4, so replace, crap. There we go. We're going to replace the x with 4. 4 plus 5, boom, still 9. So g of 4 equals 9. Well, if I had written that out right, if it was just the way I have it there, it would have worked. Dang it. Make sure you don't make that mistake. I'm okay showing my mistakes, by the way, because I hope you make some as well. That way we can learn from them. So hopefully you can learn from mine as well. And don't forget that x right there. We need that x. It's 4. Okay, so this should make a lot more sense. I say that because I looked at 9, and 9 plus 9 is 18, not negative 3. And that of course, didn't work because I made a mistake right here. So 16 minus 28, is that negative 12? Negative 12. And negative 12 plus 9 would be negative 3. Now it works. All right. The world is good again. Okay, so up here, let's do part B. I'm just going to drop it, though. F minus g of 4, well, this is just the f of 4, which is negative 12, minus g of 4, which is 9, and negative 12 minus 9, I get negative 21. Right there. So again, in my opinion, this is easier. Some students may say, yeah, Sal, that's not easier for me. And you're welcome to subtract the 2. Just make sure you use parentheses on the g if you do, and then work with it that way. But I like this way better. So next up, we got f times g of 4. Again, we do have the same, pretty much the same values throughout, right? It's just the operation is going to change. So that's going to be negative 12. That's the f of 4. And then the g of 4, which was 9, but the operation is now changed to multiplication. So this one should be negative 108. Oh, this one's going to give us a fraction. This next one, f divided by g of 4, which is going to equal, yeah, I guess we're dividing there, negative 12 and 9, which I believe equals negative 4/3. You're welcome to write the decimal there, but there's more 3's than I want to write on that one. Not because I hate 3's, but just because it's more writing than I want to do. So there we go. We had f plus g of 4, which is negative 3. F minus g of 4 is just negative 21. F times g is negative 108. And then f divided by g was negative 4/3.